Oh, I didn't have to go today to the art gallery we have. I didn't have to go today, but then I thought to myself, my life isn't just about work. And even though I'm tired, I want to make every effort I can to experience my life to the fullest and do things that bring me joy, even in the small things. And I thought it's worth it, It makes a huge difference. It was just 2 hours and wasn't many people, but I got to speak with some of my old friends, my old pals, got to see some amazing art, and I had a really good time. I worked earlier today and I was tired. Believe me, I was exhausted, but I almost wasn't going to go to the art museum. But I was like, no, I want to go. It's going to be worth it. And it was. I'm glad I went. I got to see so much cool art from so many talented young artists. I got to speak and just kind of gush over the art and the process of making art and how educate. I got to discuss really interesting topics with some people, some really cool people that I know that I've worked with in the past who were there, and they're really great. They're great, It's like, because I knew that if I stayed home, I would have just been here in my room for the rest of the day, the rest of the evening, and gone to work the next day. But you have to sprinkle, even when you're really busy and you're on a busy schedule, you still gotta make an effort to sprinkle in some kind of joy in your schedule, some kind of play or just relaxation and fun. I loved walking around. I love galleries and museums, and I loved looking at the paintings and seeing like somebody's work, someone like I would envision them as they're painting it and how it looked while they were in the process of making it. And it really brought me closer to the piece. I could see this person pouring in something from themselves, something inside of them, into the canvas. And it was like, and I told like someone there, I was like, I never really appreciated, I never really like took the time to just appreciate an artwork, I think it's because I stopped drawing and I'm not really like calling myself an artist anymore, because I want to venture and explore different routes of my creativity and my hobbies. I guess the competitiveness and the like, I don't know what it is. I'm able to just be with the subject and just take it in. Like, I think it's because I'm just taking it in as a viewer now than as an artist, another artist, And when you take it in as an artist, you're like you're going to be critiquing it, you're going to be like observing it and seeing like all the techniques that you want to learn and you want to try. But this time I was just looking at it like a viewer, and I wasn't putting any more thought into it, And it was really nice. I really enjoyed myself. I'm so happy I went. Also, I stepped on my glasses. Look, now they're like crooked, and it's so annoying. I look so stupid now. I look so dumb. Look at these glasses, they're crooked. Like because this morning, like I couldn't see. I had to wake up really early and it was dark outside, and I must have stepped on them, and now they're all crooked and dumb. I have to get them fixed because this is not a good look. Every time I look at myself, I just want to roll my eyes. Yeah, I'm glad I went. They also have food. So that was like a really good thing, you know. I did feel like a pig though because no one else was eating. Well, people were eating, but there was this other girl there and she wasn't really eating, so I kind of felt like a pig next to her. You know? But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone really cares, so whatever. I was hungry. I didn't have dinner. I had like bread and meat and cheese and fruit. It was really nice. And I just helped myself. And I just took it as like a little fun time out. Like I took myself out, you know? Because I realized I can just do that. I don't have to wait and ask for someone's permission. Yeah. I don't have to wait for someone to approve. I can just do it. You know? No one's gonna stop me. I'm not gonna get in trouble, you know? I can just go. And I did. And I'm so happy I did. I don't regret it. Even though I was tired, I did it. So even when you're tired, guys, do something that, you know, could maybe be out your comfort zone. When you have free time, don't just doom scroll and lay on your couch, lay on your bed. Even when you're tired, even when you just want to, even if that's what you want to do, push yourself to go out and do something nice. Push yourself to take you on a date, you know? To a museum, a gallery, the library. And just, like, enjoy yourself, you know? No one else has to understand your happiness but you. So just chill and learn something new. Try to absorb something. Don't just go somewhere and you kind of drift around with no purpose. Try and absorb something. Like if you want to go to a museum or a gallery, really just lose yourself in the art and in the, you know, what you're consuming. If you want to go to a park or a nature walk, lose yourself in nature, you know, just allow yourself to drift, you know, because, you know, life kind of demands a lot of things from us and demands time, attention, effort, hard work, and it can be tiring if you just keep doing it, you keep drolling on, and that's not healthy for you. But taking the time to pause and really prioritizing your mental health, your mental well-being, your happiness, you'll never regret it, you know? You can never regret it, and it really does change your life. It changes your life, you know? You feel so much more capable. You feel like life is more worth living, and you also can have fun with yourself, you know? Like when you have a good time with yourself, it helps you to love yourself more, you know? My shoulder just cracked. Ow. Hang on. I would love to show some clips of me and what I saw. And I just loved all the exhibits. I loved all the pieces of art. There were so many different. Everyone kept asking me what's my favorite piece, and I think that was like a really dumb question, because how can I compare like different art mediums? They all were so beautiful. I loved them all so much equally. And the fact that they were made by these by young people as well, we just have so much potential inside of us, you know, and we have to show that. We have to let that shine. you know? If you're creative, you gotta let it shine, express yourself, you know, share it with the world, and you'll be rewarded for it, you know? Spread a good message, spread hope. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm doing, you know? And I also love walking at night. I forgot my umbrella as well. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I take an umbrella somewhere, I always forget it when I leave. Always. Even if I could remind myself like 100 times to not forget, I will still forget it. So that's really annoying. I also feel like it's a nice social spot. But I went because it was more for me like a social kind of spot, like a social time, you know? Like I said, I don't have friends, and I live in a very quiet and boring town, so which doesn't have a lot of entertainment and fun, you know? So for me, that was like also a time to kind of unwind with people, you know? I can't know if I'm an extrovert or an introvert, because what I just like, I went to unwind with social interactions, you know? It didn't drain me this time. I was like, I went there to interact so I could unwind. And it's so weird. So I don't know, like that's an extrovert thing. And I know ambivert exists, but I don't know, then you might as well be nothing, you know, or just everything. Yeah. But I really enjoyed myself. It was a good end of my day, you know? And I'm glad that I know these people who are very kind and very lovely and very creative, you know? And I'm glad I have somewhere I can go, kind of. Like it feels like another safe space. It felt very safe, you know? I feel safe with these people. So I felt like I could go there, you know. It might sound sad, but I don't feel comfortable in my home anymore, you know. I feel like I've just outgrown everything, and the longer I stay here, the worse things get, the more misunderstandings happen, the more conflict happens, you know. I just think that my personality can rub off on other personalities, and you know, it's what it is. So I'm excited. I look really pretty. I look really cute. I'm so cute. I'm getting shy. Okay, my eyelashes are popping. My eyelashes are popping. The sweetest ever. I want my guitar. I want my guitar, and no one's getting me my guitar, so I'm gonna get my own guitar. I'm so annoyed. When I say I want something, I want it now. So I'm gonna get my guitar. I don't know if I'll get it tomorrow. No, I can't because I have a late shift. Okay, I just wanted to say in this log that make time, put some joy into your life. Make time for the small glimmers of joy and creativity and positivity. And even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it, just push yourself to. Even when it inconveniences you slightly, that's the price you pay for community and love and happiness, you know? So don't wait for permission. Don't wait, like, you can just go. Just go. If you see an opportunity in your hometown, in around your area, like a club or something, go. And it's scary at first, but then you will start to feel at home. So I highly recommend that, you know. But just generally go and remember to live, remember to play, you know. I don't care how old you are, you could be 150 right now. Remember to play and have fun, you know. Okay, bye bye, love you.